Right? We might be going, Kenzie.
By Adelaide, Melbourne has been home to the Australian Grand Prix since 1996.
That noise from the crowd means only one thing, ladies and gentlemen. It is a new season for the Xtreme Racing League. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Fraser McKenzie here, and welcome to round one of season 2 of the Xtreme One Racing League. We are live from Albert Park in Melbourne, Australia. Joining me this season is my new co-commentator, the Martin Bundle to my David Croft, Mr. Matt Anderson. Matt, welcome to the commentary box for the first time this season.
Oh, thank you very much. Good to be here.
Yeah, I mean, let's just put it this way. I was I was seeing to some of my fellow racers last night in the build-up to the Talk of the Devil starting season 3 last night. There's one thing that fans look forward to every season, and that is that opening race.
Yeah, absolutely. The hype is definitely there.
So we've got 19 drivers on the grid this season, this evening, because the 20th slot is taken by Ben Hazelwood, who's our race steward for this evening. So I'm just with the Williams of Nardo. Now, I mean, Australia over the years has delivered its fair share of highlights, especially when it comes to the opening race of the season. 2002, starting the season with a bang, quite literally with that huge 8-car pile-up at the start of the race. It's right on board with Dan Blackwell, coming up to turn 1, just up to 200 miles an hour through the sweeping right lefts of turns 1 and 2. And now heading up to turn 3. This has also seen its fair share of action over the years, breaking down to about 55 miles an hour, then through turn 4, and then just about flat out for turn 5. Don't take too much curve as you head towards turn 6 and 7.
A bit of space left on that corner there.
Yeah, smooth left and then onto the right. Shifts down a few gears. And now on the run up to a corner, a sequence of corners that has been infamous for catching out a few drivers. The chicane of turns 11 and 12, but Dan Blackwell getting through that relatively smoothly.
Very cautiously though, very cautious. He's
And
definitely
I don't
respecting
blame
that
him.
corner.
Yeah, it is definitely a corner that if you make a mistake on it, it catches you out and catches you out hard. But nevertheless, Dan Blackwell coming round the last corner now, flat out, DRS wide open, and across the line, first time of the day, a 1:23.3. That is a great lap time to start with.
On a medium,
And I
it's
do
not
like.
bad.
And I did manage to catch a glimpse of his helmet design. I like what he's done with his helmet for this season. And Anthony Bauer has just gone fastest with a 1:21.6. Ivan Delport from McLaren, 1:23.5, puts him fourth. But here is the man of the hour, our defending champion, transferred to Red Bull Racing, Mr. Anthony Waddington. Now, he did really well last night in the Talking Devil race, where he managed to pull off second place behind our defending TLTD champion, Stephen Harrison, who turned 12, and turn 12, as I say that, has already claimed his first victim today, and it's Owen Lewis. Owen Lewis, the first victim of turn 12 today. And I said earlier, it is so easy to get caught out on that corner. Nevertheless, Waddington across the line, 21.9. And then you've got Anil Patel in the Williams at 21.7. That puts him second. Jamie Keats in the Mercedes is fourth with a 1. So there's quite a big gap between the top 3 and the rest of the field.
Yeah, I'd expect these guys to be going into the 120s on the softs. I don't think we've seen the fastest laps yet. I know Jamie Keats certainly is capable of going under 121. I've been practicing with him for this race.
Because of course the qualifying is the fastest we're going to get to see these drivers all weekend before we get into the race itself. And we've got a couple of cars firing up. So this is Rian Fori now in the Haas, teammates with his fellow South African Willem Mare, who was with Mercedes last year. He came on board as a commentator for TLTV back in the Chinese Grand Prix. Taking that sequence of corners very flat out.
It looks good. Does look like a good lap.
And because we have 19 drivers instead of 20, we'll be losing the slowest 4 cars in this first part of qualifying. And Rian Fori comes across the line. A 25 puts him fourth. It's a good lap time from him.
I think he should be safe with that lap time.
Yeah, you're probably looking somewhere in the region of 121s, 122s to guarantee safety. The second will come into, and for our fellow sporting fans out there, it's a busy night of sport ahead of us, because not only do we have this Xtreme Racing League action, because we've got X3 coming up 7. I'll be taking to the track for the Xtreme Racing League for the first time this season, and X2 races at 8 p.m. and then later evening we got a bit of wrestling action with the Royal Rumble kicking off the road to WrestleMania. So there's plenty of sporting action for you to keep you entertained throughout this fine Sunday evening. Willem Mare managing to get into the top 10 at 23. Here's Philip Nilsson, was at Williams, managed to secure the Constructors' Championship for, and he's turned it all the way down. He's invalidated the lap. Can't say I blame him. Here's JBL gone to Ferrari this season. Coming through the final sector now. Could be looking to pull off a good time, secure his place in the second part of qualifying. Comes around the final corner. DRS wide open. And across the line. It's a 22.1. That puts him 5th.
Yeah, that should do it.
Great lap. That's a great lap time from him. Harry is on an out lap at the moment. Owen Lewis, meanwhile, is... Owen Lewis, meanwhile, he's on a hot lap as well. There's yellow flags in Sector 1. I think that might be just for a car going slowly. But Owen Lewis in the driver's
mistake. He's in the grass. Great. Out of 10, 12. Where he gets the size.
And that's Craig Poulton. It's Craig Poulton.
Those softs are on fire.
Yeah, he'll definitely need to cool them off before going for another lap. Yeah, he goes wide.
He's not having a great time.
And I think Jamie Keats is having a couple of issues he's having a couple of issues with his gearbox. But the order as it stands: Red Bull fastest, Philip Nilsson second, Anil Patel third, Willem Mare fourth, Anthony Waddington, now defending champion, fifth, JBL sixth, Owen Lewis seventh, Ryan Forey eighth, Jamie Keats ninth, and Michael Booker rounding up the top 10. The yellow flags in sectors 1 and 2. Not sure who that would have been for, but
oh, good lap.
And Dean Barry, what a lap from him, 1:21.4. So I'm just with Derek McManus right now in the Renault. His teammate just got pushed down to 11th. Alfa Romeo is the only driver yet to set a lap time. It'll be interesting to see who is going to take first pole position of the season. Jamie Keats, as I say that, 21 was saying he's taking the last lap and he's just right out of the hat.
6 laps on those softs as well.
Yeah, I think he's definitely keeping a set of the softer tyres for
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of drivers used, like Derek in the Renault with now, that's already used a set of mediums in this session. So that must pretty much confirm that they're going to start on the softs. So whereas people like Jamie Keats, they obviously have still got that option open to them of going through Q2 on the mediums.
Yeah, there was yellow flags in sector 1. That was for the Iceman Tom McGregor in the McLaren. He had to slow all the way down, letting a few cars past. And he's definitely not going to be going for a fast lap. There's 5 minutes to go. It's Craig Poulton, Tom Edwards, Tom McGregor, and Pushkar. Those are the drivers that are in danger of being eliminated at the moment. Let's actually ride with Pushkar right now, so that we can... Ooh. He comes into the pits.
Is he?
If he's not careful,
broken his wing?
He's not going to be able to get a lap in. Damage on his wing, you said?
Potentially, that's the only thing I can think of why he'd be coming back in.
Well, that's the sort of thing he really could have done without.
He'd only done a lap, I believe, so I can't imagine that he ran out of fuel.
I'd be very surprised if that were the case.
It's a lot of traffic in Sector 3.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to help those that are trying to improve their lap time. Tom McGregor being one of them. It's a 25.7 he's got. 18th. Let's ride on board with him just now. That's a lot of traffic there, but they were able to get out of the way relatively quickly. Turns 3 and 4 now. Lifts slightly for turn 5. And here we go, turn 6, 7, then turn 8. 9 and 10 coming up now. And Wellington deciding to retire from the session. He's happy with his time. He'll be confident he'll get through it with that. So you anticipate, so you said earlier, you anticipate the drivers getting into the 120s to secure pole position.
Yeah, I think I would be very surprised if we make it to the end of qualifying without somebody making it into the 120s. People like Philip Nielsen, Jamie Keats, Anthony Bauer, I'm pretty sure are able to do a 120.
Tom McGregor across the line. He doesn't. He gets a 125.4, but he's still 18th, and he's not gonna. He's going to be running out of fuel pretty soon. So I think that's qualifying over for him.
Yeah, those softs are going to be starting to go off now as well. They don't last too long around here.
Yeah. But one plus he will have is that he'll have free choice of tyre to take into the race.
It's one of those tracks, so passing isn't very easy around here, so track position is so important.
It's one of the reasons why we've got 3 DRS zones, 1 down the main straight, 1 in the run up to turn 3, and 1 of course after the infamous turn 12. Here comes Tom Edwards for the racing point. Looks to improve. He does improve, but it's a 24.1. He's still in danger of being eliminated. I think that's qualifying over for him as well.
Craig coming around the last corner.
Yeah, Craig Poulton. He can improve. No, he doesn't. But he's going to have another crack at it.
Fishcar just coming into the final few corners.
Is he going to be able to get a valid lap time in?
It looks like he's still on it at the moment. Tentative around the final corner.
I wouldn't blame him, because if you end up going wide, that ends up invalidating the lap. And what a lap time he pulls out of the hat right at the end. 21.550. That puts him 3rd. I mean, with that sort of lap time, he could be a serious contender for the race win today. I mean, with the crop of talented drivers we've got here, we've got Philip Nielsen, we've got Willem Mare, Anthony Waddington, our defending champion, Jamie Keats, Dean Barry Pushkar. Who knows who's going to take that race win? And Craig Poulton, it looks like he's turned everything down, invalidated his lap. That's him out.
I think that might be it. Oh no, Sorry, Rosso's still on a fly.
Yeah, Irving Diaz, he's the only driver that can... one of the only drivers that can improve on his time. Michael Booker in danger of being eliminated as well.
He's bailing out.
That's bold. Because Irving only needs about a quarter of a second to improve on his lap time, and I don't think he's been able to get it yet. But you never know. Comes round the corner for the last time.
Couple of corners.
Is he going to improve on his
Yes,
time? He does! 22.5, that puts him safe into qualifying 2, and Michael Booker's out. And here comes JBL, last driver to cross, and he doesn't improve, but he's safe anyway. So it's Michael Booker, Tom Edwards, Craig Poulton, and Tom McGregor all out of this first part of qualifying.
There's a lot of times in there that are very close, just shows how competitive the field is.
And if that's a sign of things to come for the race, we could be in for an absolute classic to start off the season.
Yeah, it's normally a good one round here. It's
Yeah.
kind of circuit that will punish you if you lose concentration.
Yeah, so let's just recap the order at the moment after that first part of qualifying. Jamie Keats, Dean Barry, Pushkar, Anthony Bauer, Philip Nilsson, Hanil Patel, Willem Mare, Derek Ekmanis, then our defending champion Anthony Waddington, JBL, that's your top 10, Owen Lewis, Dan Blackwell, Ryan Forey, Irving Diaz, Ivan, and then it's Michael Booker, Tom Edwards, Craig Poulton, and Tom McGregor that are out of qualifying. Now this is where strategy is going to be very important now. Who's going to start on what tyre for the race? Now the options here, you could go medium soft, soft medium, or soft hard. Those are like the ideal strategy calls to go for if you want to maximise your chances of winning the race.
Yeah, the soft medium run is a very, very tricky one that requires driving on some very, very worn tyres around a very tricky, dangerous track.
Yeah, and it will also require a lot of tyre management as well at the same time.
Absolutely. Dangerous tyres is the best case scenario. That's if you've done your tyre management right. Although the hards as well are not, they're not the best tyres around here either, so there isn't really one perfect strategy option here. I mean, the two-stop as well, if you're the kind of person that's going to struggle on the hards, then maybe just go on the two-stops and just tear around on those tyres.
Yeah, we've got a few drivers out. It's a mixed bag at the moment. Some going out on medium, some going out on softs. Waddington, one of those that is going out onto the softs, and then you've got Jamie, Hanil, and Dean. They are on the mediums.
I think the mediums give you, because the softs go off quite quickly, especially ones that are warm from qualifying. So the mediums are maybe best tyres to start on, but starting on the softs means that you have all of the strategy options from 2. So there's a lot of flexibility there. If there's safety car, you get a bit of wing damage. Whereas if you start on the mediums, you're quite limited on your options.
Absolutely, and who knows what is going to be in store for us over the course of this part of qualifying and heading into the race as well. But Anthony Waddington, our defending champion, first man to start setting a lap in this second part of qualifying. We'll leave the slowest 5 from this part of qualifying. Let's see what sort of time Waddington can go off to showcase why he's the defending champion. He's not as fast as he normally is, but I think he was just saving himself for the latter parts of qualifying. Yellow flags in sector 3 already. I'm not sure who that was before. Yeah, it's
sector 2 actually. Oh, it's sector 1, sorry. My apologies.
Yeah. Coming up to the chicane of 11 and 12 now.
Very brave on the curb.
Yeah. If you've got the right setup, then
It looks very stable.
can afford-
car, I've got to say.
yeah, if you've got the right setup, then you can afford to take those risks on that corner.
Right on the edge.
Slightly wide on that final corner. Is that going to invalidate the lap? No, it doesn't. He gets a 21.6, which puts him fastest at the moment. That's a great lap to start the second part of qualifying with. Dan with a 21.7, Jamie 22.4. Willem Mare, Rian Fori, and JBL, the only drivers that are still in the pits. Hanil Patel, he's in the pits as well. Derek, 22.0. Here comes Anthony, here comes Bauer coming down the final corner, down the main straight. What's he going to pull out of the bag? 21.3.
Irvin Diaz in the wall, sector 2.
Whereabouts is that on the circuit? That is...
How's he come off there?
No idea, but that was on the run up to turns 9 and 10. And yeah, that is a lot of front wing damage. The right hand side of his car is well, front wing. The right hand side of his front wing. Yeah, he couldn't take the chicane of turns 11 and 12, and he's almost in the wall again. That is definitely gonna need. That's definitely gonna need a front wing change. Yeah, he's just all over the place on the track at the moment. But nevertheless, into the pits he comes. And Anthony Bauer, still fastest. It's a Red Bull 1-2 at the moment. Rian Fori a little cautious through that chicane. And the lap time was invalidated, so there we go. Oh, yellow flags in sector 3.
I think it's just somebody getting out of the way.
More than likely the case, yeah. But here is Pushkar. Pulled off a great lap to stop himself from being eliminated at towards the tail end of the last part of qualifying. About half the field yet to set a lap time at the moment. And as it stands, from those that have set lap times so far, it's Jamie and Ivan that are on medium tyres, and everyone else is on the soft tyres. Pushkar, one of the drivers that's out on the track right now, on the soft tyres. The two Haas drivers, Willem and Rian, they are both on mediums. JBL's on softs. As I say that, Rian Fori comes into the pits.
Pushkar's just come around the last corner. What he's done.
Is that going to invalidate the lap? No, it doesn't.
That'll do it.
100th faster than Anthony Bauer. 21.375. And that's one of the Haas drivers. It's Willem Murray. His teammates in the pits already, and oh, Jamie almost loses it out of turn 12.
Well held.
He almost lost it out of turn 12, but he somehow managed to correct it, and that's definitely ended the lap. He's probably gonna need to come in. He does.
Really important not to do laps on your Q2 tyres. If you've not done it in a couple of laps, it's probably time to try again.
Yeah, that was very scary. Almost losing it and potentially being knocked out of qualifying as a result. But Dean, Willem, and Rian, they are all in the pits. They're probably gonna go into a new set of tyres to try and guarantee they get into the next part of qualifying.
This goes fastest.
.21.2, that is a good lap from him. And Dean and Rian, they're on outlaps at the moment. Here we go, turns 11 and 12. Very smooth through there. And across the line, 22.6, just misses out. It looks like everyone is potentially starting on soft tyres.
It's only Jamie Keats currently on the mediums. He's back out again. That's his fastest lap,
22.4 on the mediums, but he's going on the softs to ensure that he gets through. There's only 3 minutes left.
I suspect all three of the guys that haven't set a lap yet are all of them are probably fast enough to crack that top 10.
I'll be very surprised if they get knocked out here. It definitely wouldn't be a good start for the Ferrari team if one of their drivers gets knocked out.
There's more than 10 high quality drivers here, so somebody's going to be missing out.
Yeah, but that just goes to show the crop of talent that we've got, and that's just for the first race of the season. Dean Barry, he goes fourth.
Good job.
21.398.
It's close. It's very close.
But he should be comfortably through with that. I think realistically you're looking to get into the 121s to guarantee that you get into the into the top 10 shootout. But even then, you're going to have issues there. And Rian Fori, he's lost his front wing completely, and he's not going to have enough time to go out for another lap. So that's Rian Fori out. Can his teammate
Oh, Diaz is in
salvage.
the wall as well. I think that must be. I think he's taking his wing. Yeah, he's lost his template.
That's it. That's his qualifying over again as well. Here comes Murray. And across the line, 21.304 puts him second. I mean, just look at that. The top 5 separated by just under 3/10.
Incredible.
Top 6 even. Top 6 separated by less than 3/10 of a second. This is going to be a great pole position shootout. And Jamie's in danger of being eliminated right now. So I think this is going to show, even if you guarantee getting a 121, it doesn't guarantee you're going to get into the top 10 shootout. And JBL's, I say, Irving, Ivan, and Rian, they're not going to be able to go out for another lap, so they're out. Can Jamie improve, and can Jamie improve, and can JBL improve? Right on board with JBL right now, 6-5. He's going to be able to get a lap in. One shot, that's all he's got.
Pressure's on.
Got to make this. JBL's got to make this count. Dan Blackwell stays 9th.
Only one of these 3 drivers can make it through.
So we're down to Derek, JBL, and Jamie to battle it out to see who is going.
He improves, but he doesn't improve his position.
So that's 4/10 that JBL needs to find on Derek's time to ensure he gets through to the top 10 shootout. And he's up by half a tenth. It's not going to be enough at the moment.
Jamie done it.
Jamie improves. Jamie improves, pushing Derek out of qualifying.
Looking a bit messed out of final corner.
Is he going to improve? He does improve, but he doesn't make it.
Oh, wow.
JBL only 12.
Hyper competitive.
What a climax to that second part of qualifying.
I'm quite looking forward to this Q3.
You and me both. That was really close.
The entire top 10 within 7/10 of each other.
So this is who you've got in the top 10. Anthony Bauer, Philip Nielsen, Jamie Keats, Anil Patel, Dan Blackwell, Pushkar, Anthony Waddington, Owen Lewis, Dean Barry, and Willem Mare. "12 minutes is all it's going to take to determine who is going to get that first pole position of the season. Dan Blackwell, Pushkar, and Dean Barry already out on track. Anthony Waddington and Philip Nilsson that are not out on track at the moment. I mean, you summed it up perfectly at the end of that second part of qualifying. The top 10 separated by 7 or 8 tenths of a second. We're going to be in for a good barnstormer to see who's going to secure the first pole position of the season.
Absolutely, and I wonder if we'll see a 120. I suspect we still might. I still have faith.
And that's Willem Mare. He spun it out of turn 12. Anthony Bauer luckily able to avoid it. Luckily able to avoid the incident.
It's not how you want to start Q3. As long as it's outlap as well.
Yeah, well, Pushkar, first man to cross the line to start his flying lap.
Very smooth.
Yeah, Anthony Waddington electing to stay in the pits just now. Here we go, turns 11 and 12 now.
Very nice through there.
Very smooth. He must have the aero set up really well to be able to tackle that sequence without much difficulty.
Yeah, it's an incredibly smooth lap. Does move equal fast though. That's
21
pretty good.
And Dan Blackwell back into the pits. Dean Barry 21.5. Hanil 21.4.
Wow, here we go.
Anthony Bauer back into the pits. We've got Owen Lewis 21.487, puts him third at the moment. Got a few drivers electing to go back into the pits.
Yeah, not quite sure. I understand that one.
I mean, for all we know, they might have invalidated their laps, but who knows? Here comes Philip Nilsson. Round the final corner, very smooth there, flat out now. What's he going to pull out of the bag? 21.1! Philip Nilsson, Pushkar, Hanil Patel, Owen Lewis, Dean Barry, and Willem Mare. That's the top 6. We've got the Red Bulls of Anthony Bauer and Anthony Waddington, Battle of the Ants for this season. That'll be good. Jamie Keats in the Mercedes and Dan Blackwell in the Williams. Those 4 drivers are yet to set a lap time. And as I say that, Dan Blackwell comes back out on track.
This is calm before the storm.
Yep.
You'd rather be the driver sitting there with the banker lapping the mid 121s than be one of the guys sitting there without a lap. Jamie Keats and Nado Dan going out very early.
Yeah.
Looking for that race
Philip
first.
Nilsson, that 21.1 though, that's definitely going to be a tough lap to beat. And as we say that, the Red Bulls of Bauer and Waddington, they They're going on to the outlaps now. Dan Blackwell starting his flying lap.
Doesn't look completely comfortable.
I think there might be a possibility he might be running a bit too much wing, which could be causing a couple of drag issues. Whatever the case, he gets through the.
He survived.
He gets through 11 and 12 without much difficulty.
But you might be right. Looks very comfortable in this last sector.
And the less across the line. 21.9 puts him 6th at the moment.
It's a valid lap on the board though, which is pretty good at the moment for this Q3.
Yeah, Willem Mare's 24.4. It's a very slow lap time from him at the moment, but
Good enough for
you never know.
P7. Whoa,
And there's your
okay.
120! Where did that come from? 20.6!
I was struggling to get in Q3 a minute ago. Out of nowhere.
Where did he pull that one from? The only thing this is a case let's see you top that.
Absolutely. It's half a second clear of Philip Nielsen. What a statement.
Yeah. And you'd be hard pressed to find someone that's going to come even close to that. Here comes Waddington across the line. 21.148 puts him 2nd. Here comes his teammate. Only 4th.
It's a good lap, but only good enough for P4 in this grid.
But now the $1 million question is, can Jamie convert that potential pole position into a race win?
Well, yeah, he of course won the last race in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah,
So,
it was
I
a
mean,
good way
it's
to.
good way to
It was a
finish,
good way
isn't
to
it?
finish the season for him. Absolutely.
He's been really working on his lowering the amount of penalties he's been getting as well, which has been a bit of an Achilles heel for him in the past, but he's been doing much better recently.
Yeah, and it's definitely paying off. And as I say that, Dean Barry, 2nd man into the 120s.
Wow.
120.8.
Great lap. Great lap.
We could be in for a potential barnstormer of a race today. Philip Nilsson, he's on an outlap. He's decided, I want to have a crack. I want to go for a 120.
I think we're probably at the point where it's too late for the guys in the pits to come out. So Waddington and T-Power aren't going to improve.
Yeah, but so you've got Willem Mare. He's turned it down and he's invalidated his lap. But he will have time to go for another crack at it.
Which car just going into the last couple of corners now. Oh, he's lagging.
Hopefully that's not a major issue during the race. Slightly wide.
It's scruffy.
21.3 to beat, and he doesn't improve it to 21.6 he gets. He stays 6th at the moment.
Williams got onto the last straight.
that'll be Dan. Anil Patel just misses out on the 120s. 21-0, he goes third.
Pushes Wellington down.
And Philip Nilsson, he's almost 7/10ths down. I don't think he's going to have enough time to try and improve on his lap time. We've got 5 seconds left on the clock. Is he going to be able to try? Is he going to be able to have one last crack? He gets across. But he turns it down.
He hasn't got enough for another go.
And Pushkar in the Alpha, he's out of fuel.
I think that might be it.
Doesn't look. That is it. Jamie Keats secures the first pole position of the season. And Dean Barry in the Ferrari alongside him on the front row.
I'm not sure we would have predicted Philip Nilsson and Anthony Bauer being on the third row at the beginning. Both of them did fantastic laps though anyway.
So there we go. Everyone's in the pits now. Everyone's finished their laps. Jamie Keats and Dean Barry, that's your front row. Anil Patel, that's a great lap from him as well. He starts third. Anthony Waddington fourth. Philip Nilsson fifth. Anthony Bauer sixth. Pushkar seventh. Willem Mare eighth. And then you've got Owen Lewis and Dan Blackwell rounding up the top 10. And who knows what's going to happen with the race.
It's one of those tracks where you just got to try and survive that first lap. It's very, very hard to follow cars around here.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. After a couple of weeks off, we are back for Season 2 of the Xtreme 1 Racing League. We are here at Albert Park in Melbourne, Australia. Traditionally the start of the season since 1996. It's a great circuit and a great country as well. Most cafes and restaurants per capita in the world. It's nicknamed the sporting capital of the world, as well as it's the only city to host an F1 race and a tennis Grand Slam in the form of the Australian Open, which is ongoing right now. And it gets its nickname, Australia gets its nickname from Australis, meaning of the south. Melbourne, interestingly, the capital city of Australia between 1901 and 1927. And what a circuit we have around the around Albert Park. 3.28 miles, you've got 3 DRS zones, 16 corners, 6 to the left and 10 to the right. You're approaching speeds of 200 miles an hour, heading down to that first corner, but watch out for the incidents there. We've had a couple of incidents over the years. 2008, Massa and Coulthard coming together, and then, of course, that fantastic race start. Starting the season with a bang, Rubens Barrichello and Ralf Schumacher. Turns 3 and 4, also action zones to look out for. Martin Brundle in 1996, and then Alonso and Gutierrez 20 years later, and then TOTD, Talk of the Devil Season 1, Mike Malis having a spin at that corner as well. And the 12th corner of poor judgment, we have dubbed this corner Matt Ashman in Season 1 of Talk of the Devil, and of course Timo Glock in 2008. The 3 tyre compounds we have with us are the middle 3 of the Pirelli range, the softs, the C4, the mediums, the C3, and the hards, the C2. And for the first time this season, this is your grid. You've got Jamie Keats on the front row on pole position for the first time this season, and Dean Barry alongside him on the front row. Hanil Patel, great qualifying performance from him in 3rd. And then you've got defending champion Anthony Waddington in 4th. And then you've got Philip Nilsson and Anthony Bauer 5th and 6th. Pushkar behind them in the Alfa Romeo, great qualifying performance from him in 7th. Willem Mare, good performance from his on his Haas debut in 8th. Then you've got runner-up in the championship last season, Owen Lewis in 9th, and then Dan Blackwell in 10th. Then you've got Derek in 11th, and you've got JBL alongside him, Irving Diaz, and then you've got Irving Diaz, Ivan, and then you've got Ivan's fellow South African, Rian Fori, in the Haas 15th. Then Michael Booker, 16th. Tom Edwards, Craig Poulton, and Tom McGregor rounding up the grid. Pit stop wise, we'll be looking at potentially somewhere in the region of 21 to 22 seconds to make a pit stop round here. Interesting to see how it all plays out here. So here we go, we're just waiting for thumbs up from the team to get ready for this opening race of the season. Here we go. Michael Booker's given the all clear. First to ready up. This is it, people. First race of the season. Definitely one fans always look forward to. And now here we go. Here come the lights. And for the first time this season, it is race time! Great start there from the front row. Anthony Waddington's had a good start. He looks like he's challenging for the lead. Dean Barry pushing into the lead as well. Waddington up into 2nd. And Dan Blackwell and JBL with a collision there. JBL with a time penalty. Well, Mare's had a very poor start. Yellow flag to sector 1 already.
Jamie Keats in the wall.
That's the sort of thing we really could have done without. It's Willem Mare and JBL had a poor start. Dan Blackwell colliding with JBL, and JBL getting a 5-second time penalty for that. Jamie Keats didn't have the best of starts. Dean Barry's in the lead, and you've got the Red Bulls of Anthony Robinson and Anthony Bauer right behind him. Philip Wilson right on the back of Jamie Keats. Meanwhile, Willem Mare starting to work his way through the field. Michael Booker overtaken by Willem.
Craig off turn 12.
Yellow flags in sector 3. Turn 12 strikes already, and that's Craig Poulton. Are we going to see anybody coming into the pits? And then some of the big winners off the start. Yep, Dan Blackwell first into the pits. That'll be a front wing change, no doubt. Dean Barry leads, Waddington second, Bauer third, Keats fourth, Nilsson fifth, Lewis sixth, Pushkar seventh, Patel eighth, McManus ninth, and Ivan rounding up the top 10. It looks like Philip Nilsson lost a few places. That's a lot of front wing damage.
Oh, huge!
And it's all happening. Turn 3. What on earth that? That was the two Alfa Romeos of Lewis and Pushkar. Goodness me! And amazingly, Pushkar avoiding damage. And as I say that, there goes a lot of his front wing. Absolute carnage here. Here we go. Anthony Bauer has got
contact through turn 12. Willem and Owen. Owen's in the gravel.
That was Willem Mare and Owen Lewis. Lewis losing a few places there. So some of the big winners there. Ivan
Booker off turn 12 as well.
Goodness me, it's all happening here, folks.
I don't know where to look.
There's a Ivan in the McLaren, 7 places off the start. Dan Blackwell!
Turn 12, first victim.
First victim of the day! Dan Blackwell down of the race at the infamous turn 12. Philip Nilsson in the pits for a front wing change.
Meanwhile, the front 4 created a 4-second gap.
Pushkar into the pits as well. Michael Booker's in as well. And Pushkar getting a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
New regulations this season. I think we'll see a lot of that today.
Yeah, there's definitely... What a start there from Dean Barry. Jamie Keats didn't have the best of starts. He lost 3 places off the start. Here comes Bauer trying to get it past his teammates. He gets through with ease. Now he's going to start hunting Dean Barry down. Jamie wanting a piece of Waddington as well. While a little further back, you've got Derek McManus trying to hunt down Hanil Patel.
Jamie Keats might be making a move on Waddington.
through turn 12. They're almost into the back end of him. Jimmy Keith's going to try around the outside. Still side by side, but he gets through.
Good overtake.
What a move that was. That was very brave to go around the outside. But Waddington's going to have DRS on Jamie down this straight. There it is, wide open.
Coming from a long way back. Oh,
Irving Diaz in the pits. Irving Diaz in the pits. Nilsson with the first of the 3-second time penalties today. Irving Diaz in the pits. What's it for? The front wing change. Yeah, the right end plate was gone. And Anthony Bauer getting past Dean Barry meanwhile to take the lead of the race.
With the leaders battling between them, the guys behind them are catching up though.
We've got two great battles on our hands. Dean and Anthony Bauer for the lead, and Jamie and Waddington for third place. By putting all four of the cars together, and it's a 4-car scrap for the lead.
Greg's gone around again.
Tries to have a lunge on the outside, but he goes slightly wide. Meanwhile, a little further back, battle for 15th place, but Philip Nilsson getting past Irving Diaz with little to no difficulty. Willem Mare going to have a lunge at Ivan down at turn 3. Battle of the South Africans, and they touch, and Willem spins.
Oh!
And that's Owen Lewis colliding with the Alpha there.
Complete roadblock.
It was Owen Lewis colliding with the Haas, I beg your pardon. That's the sort of thing he really could have done without. But amazingly, Willem Mare avoiding any damage. Safety car deployed. That's going to bunch the field up. Now, what's that going to do as far as strategy is concerned?
The first one in the pits. It's quite early to be pitting if you want to make the mediums work. Maybe onto the hards, but it's still very early to pit. Maybe if you're two-stopping.
Mediums it is. Mediums it is. To get them to last 23 laps, that's a bold move. Jamie Keats, the first of the front runners to go into the pits, and he gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Is that more soft?
Derek in the pits as well. No, onto hards, interestingly.
To the end?
More than likely. And you got Ivan in the pits as well now. The front runners electing Bauer, Dean and Waddington all electing to stay out.
This is going to bunch them back up again though. Could mean more carnage.
Yep. And Tom McGregor, 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane as well.
So all of the guys pitting now are essentially getting a free pit stop.
And Craig Poulton, 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And there we go. I think Jamie Keats was the worst off for that, managing to only lose a couple of positions in that pit stop.
He's in a good place though. He's in front of all the pitted runners.
Yeah, he's essentially got net lead of the race once front runners make their stop. So let's recap the order now. We've got Anthony Bauer in the lead, Dean Barry second, Waddington third, Patel fourth, Fourie fifth, Jamie sixth, Ekmanis seventh, Ivan eighth, Nilsson ninth, Irving 10th, and Waddington interestingly into the pits. That is going to put him so far down the field.
Interesting call.
I think the safety car was called just as he crossed the line.
He still might be in a better place than the guys that haven't pit though.
He's going on to mediums, so it might potentially be a two-stopper he's going for.
Based on the conditions and the safety car, I think that's quite a wise move. It's a long time to be on the hards.
Yeah, there's a 21 laps. If you're good with your time management, you might be able to get the mediums to the end of the race. We'll see what happens. Now, the only thing I can assume is that the collision between Mare and Lewis is what caused the safety car to come out. That's the only thing I can assume happened.
They were in the middle of the track for quite a long time. They kind of got locked together.
The only driver to have retired from the race so far is, of course, Dan Blackwell, first victim of turn 12 today.
I suspect we might get some more on the restart with some cold tyres, maybe cars going through there side by side. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw another retirement after the restart.
And that looks like it's Michael Booker. The only driver to be lapped. He's allowed to unlap himself, unless that's.
It has to be given the instruction to unlap himself. It's an incredibly frustrating place to be.
It is indeed Michael Booker, because you've got Derek McManus a couple of places behind him.
Imagine the safety car will come in this lap.
Yes, indeed it is. Indeed it is Michael Booker. He's and just as Michael Booker manages to unlap himself, just as he manages to unlap himself, 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. Now that's interesting. Disqualified for ignoring yellow flags. He was under safety car rules, you are allowed to unlap yourself when you're given the instruction to do so. But that's our second retirement of the day. Our second retirement of the day, that's a shame. Nevertheless, safety cars in, and it is race time once again in Australia. JBL with a 3-second time penalty. Willem Mare losing a few places off the restart, sorry. Bauer already pulling out a gap between himself and Dean Barry. Neil Patel, currently third, he's right on the back of Dean Barry meanwhile. And you've got Owen Lewis getting past JBL. Willem Mare is just plummeting down the field.
Oh, JP in the gravel.
No, actually, Michael Booker's actually still in the race. How about that? Michael Booker's somehow still in the race. Owen Lewis getting past Irving Diaz meanwhile. Now Warrington wants a piece of the action. Warrington back into the points. Anthony Bauer already 2 seconds ahead of Dean Barry. Yellow flags in sector 1, that's the racing point of Tom Edwards. Spun it at turn 3 and 4. And he's lost the right end plate of his front wing. Warrington right on the back of his championship rival from last season, Owen Lewis. Decides against going for the overtake on this occasion. Yellow flags in sector 2. Of course, with the yellow flags, the DRS won't be enabled until they cross until 2 laps after the safety car comes in, which will be the end of this lap now, which will be when the DRS will be enabled again. And there it is, DRS enabled. And Dean Barry into the pits. On to mediums. 17 laps. Doable to get to the end of the race. But with how bunched up the field is, it was definitely a poor time to go for the pit stop after the safety car came in. And he's got a big mountain to climb to get back into the points. Warrington up into 9th meanwhile.
Jamie Keys out turn 12.
Up into 4th now. It was an inspired choice for him to pit as soon as the safety car came out.
Power in the bits.
That leaves Hanil Patel in the lead for the race. For now, Warrington up into 8th. He's got 2 cars ahead of him. He's got Owen Lewis and Ivan. Covington goes for the move. Thinks better of it. Jamie almost going wide there. That is right on the back of Leanne Foley. 12 laps on those mediums.
Oh, Dean Barry's gone.
JBL with another time penalty. Got to be careful not to pick up too many of those. JBL's got to be careful not to pick up too many time penalties or he risks disqualification from the race. Waddington, meanwhile, up into 7th after his pit stop under the safety car. And that's Hanil Patel in the pits. So Jamie Keats started on pole and he's back in the lead of the race.
Waddington into turn 1.
Waddington up into 5th now. Fantastic recovery from him after that pit stop. Owen Lewis into 6th meanwhile. Waddington right on the back of Derek meanwhile. Battle for 4th. Almost halfway through the race already. Waddington going for a move. Is he going to have him into turn 11? He does.
Give him a lot
That
of
means
space.
Derek's going to have DRS. Philip Nilsson into 2nd place meanwhile. And Tom McGregor. Something's happened to Tom. Both end plates of his front wing are gone. Lets McGregor out of the way. Jamie Keats, there's the time penalty there for him. Dean Barry, fastest lap of the race so far.
Nope, push car's gone off.
6.
Oh,
And that was at turn 3. Oh, and he collides with Irving. Loses part of his front wing as well. That is definitely going to be an incident that's looked at after the race. Tom McGregor, 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Anthony Bauer, good recovery drive for him, and push car! Turn 12, it's claimed victim number 2 today. Push car is out of the race. Another victim for turn 12 today. Up front, meanwhile, Owen Lewis, time penalty. Right on the back of Derek for 5th place.
Derek's done well to keep pace with the leaders on those hards, though.
Yeah, he's definitely a lot of credit where it's due for that. We're on to lap 16 already. We're just into the second half of the race. almost right on the back of Derek. On to lap 17 now. He's got DRS on him. Ivan in the pits now.
Here we go.
Dean Barry managing to get into the top 10 now, which means he'll get a bonus point for that fastest lap inside the top 10. The fastest lap outside the top 10, meanwhile, is Willem Mare with a 26.6, so he'll get 2 points for the fastest lap outside the top 10. Looks like everything starts to settle down now.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
people just trying to find a rhythm. Nelson Ampore into the pits.
And Ovic Diaz out of the race. Looks like the infamous turn 12 strikes again.
See if I can spot him. Yeah, same barrier.
Indeed it is. There it is. That's victim number 3 for turn 12 today.
Yeah, TOTV race last night only had 11 finishers. Obviously that's with simulation damage, but it was still turned into a bit of a race of attrition. Snap of oversteer from Derek, nearly went.
He's currently up into 4th now.
He's still sticking with that front pack though. He's in a good place on those hards if he can make them last till the end. 10 more laps on them, 22 laps is definitely achievable.
Keep with another time penalty meanwhile.
Let me see if I can see how many he has. Currently has 14 seconds worth of penalties. And Waddington has 5. Bauer under some pressure.
Patel has the DRS, but he's not able to make the move stick.
Starting to get a bit of a group forming now from 6th down to 10th place. Owen Lewis into pits from 3rd.
Looks like he's going for sauce. He's going to try for the fastest lap. Patel's still on the back of Bauer meanwhile.
Jamie Keats is starting to actually open a gap up at the front. He's going to need to open about 50.
Seconds.
I think he's going to need to open it to about 12 seconds based on the penalties. But he's getting there.
Well, I've often said any progress is better than no progress at all. Patel still on the back of Bauer. Tries and might and can't find a way past.
Oh, Patel and all.
Oh, dearie me. That is definitely the sort of thing he really could have done without. He's into the pits. Tom McGregor in the pits as well. Anthony Bauer, meanwhile, is right on the back of JBL.
He's gone.
He gets through with ease.
Contact there.
JBL manages to get back ahead. Back into
Dean
fourth.
Barry in the pits.
Looks like a few of these drivers are going to go for the fastest lap.
I think it might be just that the mediums aren't lasting. And they just don't feel they can do those last 5 laps. They went on. Some of them went onto them a little bit early because of the safety car.
That James got on Warrington. And that's one of the Ferraris, that's JBL! Oh, what on earth happened there? And that's the racing points of Philip Nilsson! Wow. Patel manages to get the fastest lap of the race so far. But Nilsson going wide there. Does he have front wing damage, come to think of it? He does. His right end plate's gone.
As things stand, due to penalties, Jamie Keats is going to win.
Because of how big that gap is. And Philip Nilsson with a 10-second penalty. Wow. Anthony Bauer getting past JBL without much difficulty. Round 4,
Rory's going through.
JBL. Finish right the outside. Doesn't manage it.
Philip Nilsson retiring in the pits.
It's been a race to forget for him. I wouldn't blame him. I don't blame him for the time of the race. It's definitely been a race to forget for him. 3 laps to go now. Round 4, right on the back of Anthony Bauer. Round 4 is still on the back of Bauer. Poulton with another time penalty. You've got Owen Lewis on the back of JBL, meanwhile. Battle for 6th place.
Yeah, JBL looks like he's struggling on those tyres.
Yeah, Hanil Patel, he's currently got the fastest lap of the race so far with a 23.6. There's the DRS open. Can Lewis get past?
Oh, Nancy Bauer in the grass. Sorry, they made contact.
Owen Lewis with a 3-second time penalty. And Anthony Bowers dropped a couple of places as a result of that. Owen Lewis going to try the outside of turn 4. And he gets through.
Very good.
That was brave.
JBL's coming back.
He gets back through. Goes to the penultimate lap now. Lewis getting past JBL again. Here we go, on to the final lap now. And look at the gap that Jamie has over Waddington. 20 seconds.
Incredible.
Of course, pending any penalties, he will take his first win of the season.
Waddington's obviously got that 5-second penalty for speeding. So it should be enough, as long as he doesn't get any more here. Owen Lewis has overtaken Forey on the last lap.
And here we go, Jamie Keats comes round the final corner. He takes the checkered flag. What is the time penalty going to be like?
It is, yeah.
Gap goes down to 7 seconds. Jamie Keats wins the Australian Grand Prix. And then you've got Derek taking the last spot on the podium.
It's a good drive from Derek there. He was made some good decisions during the safety car. Put him in a really good place. So did Jamie Keats.
Yeah. Talking of which, who do you think deserves driver of the day?
That's a tough one. There's been a lot of good recovery drives there. I'm gonna say Jamie Keats to put out the gap with those penalties and still win.
Yeah, especially with the poor start that he had. Yeah, got to agree. Jamie's definitely the driver of the day. So we're gonna get the podium. We're gonna get our podium finishes in for the post-race interview. We're just waiting on Derek to join us. First taste of champagne this season. Hopefully the first of many. So let's just recap the race results. Jamie Keats taking the checkered flag, Anthony Waddington second place. Then you've got Derek, great drive from 11th into 3rd. Owen Lewis, Anthony Bauer, and then Ryan Forey, JBL, good recovery drive. Ivan, also good as well, 8th. Then Dean and Hanil Patel rounding up the points. And then you've got Will Amare, Tom Edwards, Craig Poulton, Michael Booker, Tom McGregor, and your non-finishers, Philip Nilsson, Irving Diaz, Pushkar, and Dan Blackwell. And the fastest lap outside the top 10, Michael Booker and Hanil Patel getting the fastest lap inside the top 10. So let's chat to our podium finishers. Still no sign of Derek, who finished 3rd, but in 2nd place we had Anthony Waddington for Red Bull, and 1st place for Mercedes, Jamie Keats. Jamie, fantastic way to start the season for you, getting the pole and getting that first race win. How does it feel?
It's a bit mad, to be honest, after the start, because I just roasted the tyres off the start, was a bit too eager, but just kept a cool head from 4th and carried on.
It was definitely a great recovery drive, and with that safety car, an inspired decision to come in as soon as the safety car came out.
That was my strategy anyway, to be honest, so it made no difference to me.
And of course, with all those time penalties, you managed to rack up, and you still managed to pull out the race win. How did you manage to pull out such a big gap?
I think it was tyre deg, to be honest. I think I did a lot of testing before the race, and I practiced ridiculous amounts on hards, so I knew the hards would be fast, but I was just counting on the deg at the end for
Well, it certainly paid off for you. Congratulations on the win tonight, and here's hoping it's the first of many for this season. And our defending champion, not the best qualifying performance in the world, but it is a pretty tough field this season.
Yeah, it's good to see it so close, actually. It met safety car through a spanner into a race, that is for a fact. I think it was Dean. I just tapped him slightly just behind safety car, and I had to serve 5 seconds in pits. So I was going to stay out and just ride it out until my normal pit stop on lap 11, I think it were. But then I thought, no, I'm just going to get my 5 seconds out of the way now instead of adding it on towards end. I just managed to fight my way back through.
So yeah, apart from all that, how do you feel the race went from your perspective?
It could have gone a bit better, but I'm happy. Any finish is better than no finish, so...
Yeah, with a great drive like that, do you feel that you've got a good chance of defending your title this season?
Early days yet, mate. We'll see.
Yeah, very true. So yeah, congratulations on that 2nd place.
Thank you. Jamie, congratulations, man. Exceptional today.
Cheers, mate. You too. Great race.
Cheers.
And last but by no means least, Derek Ekmanis. I believe this is your first race in the Xtreme Racing League. Well, you certainly pulled out all the stops there. An okay qualifying performance in 11th, and then getting all the way up to 3rd for the podium finish.
Yeah. Expected it. Next one. Quickly. I expected. Bases and then.
Yeah. So overall, how do you feel the race went from your perspective? So, do you think this will be the first of many appearances in X1 potentially this season, even though you're a reserve? So I'll let you go get ready for the X2 race tonight. I've got to get ready for my X3 race in just a few minutes' time. Listen, thanks very much for your time this evening, guys, and well done on your results.
Have a good evening.
And on that note, that is the end of our first Xtreme Racing League action for this season. A big thanks once again to Matt Anderson for joining me on commentary this evening.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and so hopefully see you back here next week for Bahrain.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be back again next week.
Excellent, and you'll see me again next week in the commentary box, folks, for the Xtreme One in Bahrain. But for now, I'm gonna go get myself ready for the Xtreme 3 race, which is gonna be in Australia as well. But until next week, folks, it's a good night, and thanks for watching.